Hi guys, we're back again. Oh my god. It's been forever since I've seen you. No, I'm kidding. I saw you just yesterday. Just 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. Most of you. Anyways, hello. How are we doing? Sorry, let me just get comfy. Thank you for liking the, I'm saying it again. Thank you for liking the Luffy video, everyone. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the subs, by the way. I got like, I think two subs while I was, not streaming. I appreciate that. Sorry that I wasn't streaming when that happened. Thank you for another sub. I really appreciate that. Sorry, I'm just explaining that the Luffy video. I'm saying this again, just in case. That was only part 1. Part 2 is in the making. Part 2 will be recorded literally tomorrow. And the cycle will continue, and then hopefully I'll get Luffy out at the beginning of May. And we're all good with that. Thank you for waiting, I really appreciate it. But again, I just cannot. The computer space, the computer rendering, yada 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 yada. It's so tough. The cycle never ends. But no, I'm very excited to talk about him. To finish talking about him. Part 2 is gonna be the big one. I mean, they're both the big one, right? But I think it works better like this because there's so much to say. I love long form videos. I really do. But sometimes because they're long form, you get lost and you forget things. So having 2 parts to it is beneficial in the end because you guys can sit and think about part 1 for the whole time I'm making the second part. And if you have it fresh in your head, then you go into part 2. Sorry, I got the hiccups. And you go into part 2, there should be a lot more that has marinated in your brain. And then you're going, oh, it's like studying for an exam. The Vegapunks being the 7 sins, it's not a theory, isn't it? It's like, it's a thing. Because when we get introduced to the Vegapunks, we get introduced to them, and then it says the thing next to them, their trait, which is like, oh, but Edison and, what were Edison and whatever? But York is sloth, Lilith is evil. Yeah, wisdom isn't a sin. All I'm saying is some of them are sins. Good is not a sin. Whatever, guys. Whatever. Damn. Sorry, I didn't think I'd have to think about that. Yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's not exactly a theory. I thought that was the case, and then I thought about it more and I went, oh, never mind. I'm very bad at theories. I'm sorry. All right. Wait, good is a sin? Oh, hope. Sorry, hope is I was thinking of Pandora's box for some reason. Pride is a sin, yes. Anyways. Wait. Anyways, whatever. Let's read the chapter, okay? We're on a chapter 1113. I'm very excited for this one. I had to dodge, as always, many a spoiler. I didn't see any spoilers. The only spoilers I saw were the cover art. As always, it's always the goddamn cover art. Nothing else apart from that though, which is awesome. Because that's the goal. I didn't actually see the cover art. I averted my eyes like a good Christian woman. I clutched my pearls and I averted my eyes and I didn't look too hard. But in saying that, let me look at the cover art now. Oh my goodness. Howdy do, boys. There's a giant robin. Why are there so many little choppers? Oh, it's a chessboard. Wait, so Brook is the king? What's Luffy meant to be? So you got the 2 knights, Zoro and Sanji. I can see that. Oh, okay, I got it. You got the two castles, Frankie and Jinbei. You've got the rooks who are Chopper, and then you've got the Queen Nami, and then you've got King Brook. Wait, or Usopp and Brook I'm confused. Luffy is the king, but he's got a sword on his back. Where's he going? Oh, it says king. Okay, I see it. I've played chess. What the hell? The king is a fighting piece. Ah, I see. What does Robin get to be? How has she set this up? Sorry, this is gorgeous. The Straw Hats' chess pieces with Robin as the player by Man Who Loves Yamato. This is a really gorgeous cover art, actually. I like Zoro and Sanji's horses. Sorry, but I'm admiring it and looking at it. And the little chopper rocks. They are so cute. I love the cover arts. I love when we have cover arts. We're so spoiled. Alright, I see. So the bishop is both Brook and Usopp. Okay, I got that. Nami looks gorgeous in the back as well. Oh man. Sorry, it's perfect. I really like it. It's so cute. I'm trying to see all the details because he always adds little things everywhere. God, Zoro's three swords are so goofy, are they not? Yeah, that's quite cute. I'm a fan. I like that. I like that a lot. I can't read what the things say behind them, but that's fine. There's a chopper drink with Brook and Jinbei. I saw that, yeah. That is so cute. Alright. We can move on now. That's just a very cute cover art. I really like that one. And I like that Gear 5 is being incorporated into more of the color spreads now. Sorry, I am still looking at it because I really like the details. It's so sweet. And Robin looks so beautiful as well. Alright, nice. You like Sanji's smile? I was thinking that too. He looks so cute. I don't like saying it though, because then people, you know, they say things about me. She likes Sanji. No, oh, don't say that about me. Anyways, what was the chapter called? I didn't even see the name of the chapter. Am I stupid? Okay, there it is. Stalemate. All right, let's begin. The greatest brain in the world, Punk Records. Well, it's been such a short time that the coffee's not even cool yet, but are they all set up with their video transponder snails by now? I wonder. 30 seconds to go, Stella. I feel a bit nervous knowing this is going all over the world. It lives on even after your death. Is this you, Vegapunk? Oh my god. Everyone was right! It's his big fat head! Oh my god, that is repulsive. Oh, ew, I can see why you put that in a jar. Oof. That is disgusting looking. Ew.
I'm trying to minimize all the external stimuli.
Thank you for the gifts, subs. Yeah, he could have shaved it. Oh. Better than showing the actual brain. I think I'd prefer the brain. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not squeamish with brains. but a whole head. Ew. Anyways, what is death exactly? Where do our ideas truly reside? A video will one day connect to the entire world. It will mean knowing and the discomfort of being known. Oh god, no. Being perceived. What if it's not at Kaya's house? Then no one in the village has won. Syrup Village, Usopp's home, East Blue. Hi, Mary. No, wasn't his name Mary, the butler? Visual transponder snails are quite large, you know. For a second, because I saw Mary in the corner, I was like, Mary's here! In Vegapunk, oh my god. It's like taking care of a very big pet. Why don't I put on some tea? Dr. Vegapunk's had a huge influence on the world of medicine too. I know, right? You'd know anything about that. Oh, like you'd know anything about that. Sorry, for some reason I'm getting Discord messages and I don't know why. Okay, there we go. I know, right? Like you know anything about that. Pepper, Carrot, read a book. If you didn't know, Dr. Vegapunk should be starting any moment now. Oh, Laboon, Twin Caves, blah. Future Island, Baltimore, Vegapunk's home. He was born here? That's right, he's the pride of Baltimore. Oh, the one from the Nightmare of Baltimore. Nope, that was Frankie. And he's a ship now. Oh, the Nightmare. Nope, that's Frankie. He's a ship. It's been decades since I saw Vegapunk. Oh. He's still got the Jolly Roger painted on, as he should. Yeah, Kaya's gorgeous, isn't she? Birdie Kingdom, Chopper's training grounds. People are talking about the island where Tanukichi is. Vegapunk's the father of modern science, but many of his advances are used for weapons. Pirate Island, Fuller-led New World. Would you all pipe down? Vega, whoever is about to speak. Who? Stop trying to distract me from the fact that you rigged this game. Oh, that's not Blackbeard. Can you all hear me? Egghead New World. Oh my god. Hurry up! Hello, this is Vegapunk. Hello world, just a regular transponder snail. Not only does he hide it, he fools us with decoys. Don't crush him. Don't crush the snail. Curse you, Vegapunk. Come in, world. It's a one-sided hijack of the wave, Stella. I know that. Oh, I'm getting excited. Well, in that case, let's get this message started. Well, I have to like prepare myself. I think this might be it. Why do I feel like crying? What is going on? What is happening? I have to like... Yeah, about time! What's about to happen? What is it? Go back to sleep. A very important man's going to tell us something. It's not stopping Mars. I'm sorry, Vegapunk has concocted a robust security system to prevent the transmission from being stopped. I don't know what he knows or what he intends to say, but York claimed that he had carried on Ohara's research. So he refuses to go out like Clover, eh? Ooh, does he mean to avenge Ohara's loss? What is it, Vegapunk? I can hear it, the sound of Bonnie's voice, begging for my help. Who's that? Jewelry Bonnie, you shall not have the Navy's might. That's right, Bonnie's fighting a... Sanji kicked another elder? Get back, Bonnie. Wait, Frankie, move it, huh? The only one who gets to score points with Bonnie is me. Did you think that elderly gets special treatment? This is how pirates fight. Oh my god. He's going around kicking all these old pieces of shit. How many is that now? 3? Yeah, they translated that. I will say they translated that absolutely strange. Because he's just saying the one who, like, Bonnie will like is me. And he doesn't mean that in a weird way. There's no hearts in his eyes, guys. It's just because Bonnie is a little girl that he wants to protect. I don't know if you've noticed this. Still, that is crazy. Oh my god, how many has he kicked? So what? He's blocked Kizaru. He's blocked Kizaru's beam this arc. He's blocked Kizaru's beam. He's the first one to kick an elder. Now he's kicked this worm? A seraphim? Jesus Christ. He's very busy this arc. I actually do have things to say about Sanji and Bonnie because I was actually thinking about it. But in a good way. I have interesting thoughts in my head, but I'm going to save that until I finish the chapter. Did you think the elderly get special treatment? This is how pirates fight. Oh, did he get grabbed? A horse. Crack Cruck. Oh, that doesn't sound normal. I'm checking out his eyebrows. I'm keeping tabs on him. Sanji, what is that? He's starting. Hold it down, Oimo. Oh, he got spat out. He got crunched and spat out. You got it, Kashi. All right. He's starting. I have committed 2 sins. Stella. Distorted future. Who is that? Is it Jewelry Bonnie? Giant-like future. Okay. Oh, there's so much happening. Therefore, whether I am arrested or executed, I shall program this message to be broadcast when my heart stops beating. Subodiaca, I don't know how to say that word, I'm sorry. Acapella, I should, but I don't. What? You mean Vegapunk is dead? That can't be right. In the news this morning, it said that he was being held hostage by the Straw Hat crew. Caesar and Judge? Oh, you gotta be kidding me! We're here trying to drag you off your ivory throne, and I was gonna say, what's gonna happen with them? You can't just give away the story to the entire world. How am I going to sell my papers? However, I want to make one thing very clear first. Whoever may have rendered their judgment onto me, I am not trying to convince you that their intent is evil. What does that mean? I will not apply the labels of good and evil at all. In fact, because I understand too little about him to begin with. What is he talking about? Move! I have no time to deal with the likes of you. That voice. I see. That is quite an audacious hypothesis. Nico Robin, the woman Akainu let slip between his fingers. The man is soft. Yes. Yes! So much things are happening. Oh my god. Oh my god. The 5 elders. Oh my god, how interesting that they call Akainu soft for not wanting to kill a little girl. Fuck. The 5 elders. What? Oh, the Nami clutch, please! Oh, go power! Go power! What? Protect Robin! Oh my god! We'll do whatever it takes! Be gone, you miserable worms! Oh my god! I'm gonna sob! Oh, this is her family. She's finally got her family. I'm going to cry. What am I? Oh, there's so much happening. What am I about to tell you? What am I? Oh, okay. I think what I am about to tell you is so preposterous, you might even burst into laughter. It's no use. There are too many transponder snails in the lab. It seems there are no unique signals. Think, York, think, or you won't get to be a celestial dragon. I'm Vegapunk too. Where would I hide it? However, you all have the right to know. What's it gonna be? Oh, I'm shaking in my boots. What happens if we destroy— I have to like cover it so I don't read it. What happens if we destroy the power plant? We can afford the loss of all the ships and sailors surrounding the island, but no one will be able to create the mother flame anymore. To make a long story short, the world as we know it will sink into the sea. Oh my god, it's about Poseidon. Oh, my heart's beating so fast. What does that mean? Why world sink into sea? Is that what the ark is? Oh, it's like a... Is it meant to be Noah's fucking ark? Is that why they had the ark in Fishman Island? Is this a fucking... Oh, Judgment Day? Is this why the celestial dragons are so high up? What is happening? Oh, a cleansing? I'm like shaking. I'm shaking. I'm shaking. I'm shaking in my boots. Oh my goodness. The cleansing. Oh my god. Yeah, so many islands have the ruling class up on like a huge hill. Doflamingo. Is this why Doflamingo wanted Dressrosa? Because of how high up the castle was? Oh. Yeah, Water 7's been sinking. Fuck! Oh my god, my head. Oh, my head. Oh, my head. My head, my head. Oh my god. Rayleigh became a ship coder. Fuck! God damn it! I'm trying to think of other islands. Old one shit. This okay. Oh, is the ancient kingdom underwater? What does Skypiea? Skypiea's gonna have something to do with this. I'm saying that because it's the only island in the sky. So they'd avoid Judgment Day, no? Zoe's tall. This is pissing me up. The reason this is I say pissing me off as in fuck I hate Oda because every fucking time he's so good at planting small little things everywhere. God, the fact all the nobles live so high up and it just in your head it's like, yeah, it's because they're nobles. But of course it's for a fucking reason. Oh my god, this is pissing me off. Yeah, he's still leaving us in the dark, but like, I don't know what's gonna come next. But this is one of those things where he does this and I hate it. Where he drops this little tidbit of info and then you think back and you go, fuck. He's been dropping hints this whole time. This is making my brain curl. The Ark! There's an Ark at the bottom. It's literally called Noah. Is it not called Noah's Ark? The All Blue fucking cries! Oh! Oh my god. There's an ark. Of course there's going to be a global flood. No one guessed it because it was underwater. So why would we guess it? So upsetting in such a good way. Oh, this is pissing me off. is why so much of the world, yeah, that's why so much of the world is ocean. How many civilizations would exist? We're gonna find out there's a whole past, not just a kingdom, but like a whole civilization under the water, lost under the water, or something like that. Is it possible that Joy Boy failed to stop the ocean from rising or something? Or because it's not that the ocean is rising, it's that the earth is sinking. I feel like that's very different. Do you know what I mean? This is so frustrating. I'm bamboozled. God. So the Holy Lands are just, oh, they're so high up for a reason. So, okay, hear me out. Could the reason Imu created, like, do you think the reason Imu's creating, I feel like throwing up, but that's extreme. I'm not going to, but I feel like throwing up. And I'm only saying that because this is like making my stomach drop in a good way. Because I'm thinking about everything. Could the reason Imu have been taking out oceans? Yeah, it rose after they took out Lelouchia. And I'm thinking, was Imu taking out like islands because they created a huge hole? Was Imu hoping that the ocean would go down by doing that? Do you know what I mean? What's Imu's stance here? Is Imu trying to stop the earth from sinking, or is he trying to keep it going? Like, is he trying to speed it up? I don't know. Imu might be trying to cleanse the world. What does the D clan have to do with this as well? What does Vivi have to... Oh my god. Because there's going to be a reason the earth is sinking. Yeah, devil fruit are from people's wishes, yep. Why would cleansing take so long? Well, we know that the machine that they have takes a long time or something to like charge up or move, I suppose. Is it to hide more? Yeah. Maybe they're trying to restart the world. It has to be a Noah's Ark cleansing. But then what does that have to do with Poseidon and the Ark at the bottom of the ocean? Because Shirahoshi's a big player in this game. My head hurt. 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 Don't say Trafalgar water law. No, there's no way that means anything. No. No, he's not. No. Do you think? No. Do you think he's gonna be part of like a specific D clan that had something to do with the water? No, that cannot be it. I'll be really upset if that's the case.
Howdy do, boys.
Shirahoshi will guide the Ark to save Luffy. But like, it feels like it's more, but it's more than just Luffy. That Ark has to, like... No. When I'm saying this upsets me, I'm saying like, as in like, grr, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not actually upset. My brain is just braining. I don't like to think. D stands for drainage pipe. But here's my confusion. Why would the D's be trying to flood the world if Imu is seemingly also trying to do that? Because Imu did not like the D clan. They didn't like them. The D clan was against them. And Vivi's ancestor was one of the originals. What does Alabaster have to do with this? Because Alabaster is a very dry country. Alabaster is like the only country where like the rivers are drying up. It's always been a global warming allegory, babe. Always has been. Yeah, Alabaster also has a capital on a hill. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Oh my god, nearly all the royals we've seen have lived on hills. Oh, they have! Wano, Dressrosa, Alabaster. Any other princesses I'm missing here? Drum Island? Shit! God damn it. Oh my god, no, but that's what I'm saying. It's common for royals to get a spot high up. That's what I'm saying. We didn't notice it because in our heads, oh yeah, of course a royal's going to be high up. But they're not just high up. They are like suspiciously high up. The most important people in the world are all the way up there to an extreme amount. So now it's like not just, oh, the royals are high up. Now it's, wait a minute, they're getting higher and higher and higher and higher. And they are all up there. Like, this is what I mean. It's like, oh, it makes sense in your head. And then you get told this and you go, shit. I mean, Oda knows what his ending's going to be. He's stated that before. He knows what his ending is going to be. Of course he knows what this is. Like, this is something he's obviously been excited to say for years. They want to go to the moon? Yeah. Amazon Lily also high up. Oh. Sorry, I'm reading everyone's comments. Yeah, going to the moon is starting to sound... Terraforming is starting to sound like a thing that might be explored now. Suddenly, Skypiea is sounding important again. Oh, God. I know it was always important, but more important. Oh yeah, Roger 100% started the Pirate Age for many reasons. For many reasons. One of them was absolutely so people could, you know, break the chains they didn't know they were wearing. But this is starting to sound like another reason. Roger started a Pirate Age for a mass production of ships and sails everywhere, and Rayleigh became a ship coater. This is... God.
Howdy do, boys.
Roger was too early, yeah, but he very well would probably read that. I'm pretty sure Roger knows the history of the world, or knew the history of the world. I think he knew everything. Knock-up streams, yeah, many a things. God, this is, has Rayleigh known and never told anyone? It's very possible. I don't know what Rayleigh and Roger knew, but it's very, I'd say, solid to think they knew. But it's also very possible the reason they didn't tell anyone is because you gotta wait for Joy Boy. What made him laugh? I don't know. We don't know what the One Piece is. We have no idea. But Roger was finding out the history of the world, remember? That is something he wanted to know. The One Piece wasn't something that, like, existed. He was just trying to find the history of the world. And then in the final part, he found it and he laughed. And then that's what made the One Piece, because he found whatever's there. It's so preposterous, it might make you laugh. Oh, Vegapunk did say that. Oh, God. I've already been on the One Piece podcast. Twice, in fact. It was a good time. Oda's an evil genius. But it's interesting because the reason I'm starting to not, like, I'm thinking things is because Shirahoshi has her own dream. And Shirahoshi's dream is for fishermen to one day live on the surface so they can see the sun. That's why I'm like, what is Shirahoshi's place going to be in this? Is she going to be able to pull back the water or something? Because she is Poseidon. And I don't know if you guys know this, Poseidon does more than just, you know, be the god of the sea. I believe he controls it. So what is Shirahoshi's place going to be here? It's going to be more than pulling an arc, I can say that much. God, I don't know. I don't know what Vivi's going to mean. I don't know what Shirahoshi's going to mean. And there's a huge straw hat as well. Maybe the previous Joy Boy was a giant. I don't know. God, this is exciting, isn't it? What in the world is One Piece's Earth's world going to look like at the end of the series? The Earth is surely going to shift. What will it look like? Will there be more or less water? Like, what's gonna happen? I don't know. Like, this is one of those things where it's like, the immediate reaction is we have to stop the flooding. But then, what if it's one of those things where Imu's trying to use it for bad, but there are benefits, there could be a possible benefit to it. And I'm not saying as in, oh, everyone's gonna die. I'm saying there could very well be everyone can live. And this is a natural process of things. There's a movie I'm trying to remember. It was like a series or something, and I can't remember, where there was a prophecy that was going to happen and everyone was terrified of it. And then at one point they just accepted it and let it happen. And it like happened for a few minutes and then it faded and everything was reborn again and nothing went wrong. Like no one died. I can't remember what that was, but I'm like, is this what that's going to be? I just don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Howdy do, boys.
The only thing I'm pretty sure about is Sorry, hang on. The weak trio plus Brooke
Howdy do,
will do
boys.
to protect Robin from Saturn. They're gonna protect her fine. Robin's not going to be taken again. I know this in my heart. But, Robin didn't get hurt. She's just getting PTSD'd. She's paralyzed because this is terrifying to her. Oh, she did fight the Seraphim, but she's also terrified. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm just excited for whatever it could mean, but I don't know. And you know what pisses me off? I highly doubt we're going to get the answers from Vegapunk. I bet it's going to cut off. Like, I bet we've gotten the biggest tidbit, which is the Earth is sinking. And then something's gonna happen. And then we're gonna have to find out ourselves. I don't think we'll find out the rest on Elbaf. I think we'll find out the rest at the very end of One Piece. I think we're not gonna know about all the details for a long time. Just like how, like, Oda introduced Fishman Island with Arlong, we didn't see Fishman Island until, like, over 10 years later. I think this is gonna be a long time. Oh. I don't know. I don't know. I'm excited, but I don't know. How is this the final saga? Simple. This is gonna last another 10 years. The real transmission snail is not with Kizaru. No. He's very much shown what he's done. It'd be absolutely bizarre if Kizaru had the snail. If anything, it's with Sentomaru. It is 100% not with Kizaru. I say that confidently because we've seen how he's, like, sat himself here. Why the hell would he know? It'd be Sentomaru, if anyone. Okay, I don't think Kizaru was killing Vegapunk because he was like, the message is gonna come out. He didn't want to do that and he did it anyway. Like, there's no way. You guys are really trying to... Guys, Kizaru's redemption is that he realizes what a piece of shit he is for this. Kizaru obviously regrets what's happening. Like, he regrets that he even targeted Bonnie and he even targeted Vegapunk because again, he was spineless and he was like, I gotta do my job, I guess. That's his arc. I feel like recontextualizing it to make it, oh, he did, there's a reason he was trying to take out Vegapunk. I do not think so. I feel like, how in the world would Kizaru knew that when they stopped hanging out by the time he had all his Vegapunks? He hasn't seen Vegapunk, from what we know, since Kuma got transitioned into a robot. Kizaru Copas don't listen to her. No, I think I'm happy with Kezuru having another chance. I just don't think, I think it feels strange to be like, oh, he wanted to kill Vegapunk for a reason. I think that's a strange thing to think. Kizaru's gonna get fired? Yeah, I sure hope so. As always, as I always say, Kizaru to me is such a clear example of, well, I didn't want to kill you, but the higher ups do. He's an example of like, you know, it's not me. You know, I didn't put the gun in my hand, but he's still pulling the trigger. That's what he's an example of to me. And he's going, oh, it's not my fault. I didn't pick up the gun. Someone gave it to me. And yet he still is pulling the trigger. That's what Kizaru is. He's, in my opinion, an example of how dangerous that is to have that type of mindset of, it's not me. I'm just following orders. That's a very dangerous mindset to have. He is not a free thinker. Because otherwise, like, why in the world would we have Aokiji letting Robin get away while we have Kizaru, like, now in a similar situation of trying to kill a 12-year-old girl, and he just went for it. He just went in to try and kill Bonnie. Aokiji, on the other hand, went, this is fucked up, I can't do this. We are seeing a difference here. And as they said, also they mentioned him, they said Aokiji was soft. They called a man who couldn't kill a child soft. Like, again, this is, and I just think this is totally an example of how dangerous it is to think I'm just following orders. This is a good thing. I like Kizaru. I like what's happening to him right now. But I think it's very strange to defend that behavior when I think this is the point. Not strange, but I think it's not the point to defend him. We are seeing the repercussions of his actions. We saw the relationship we had with everyone. We saw that he knew of Bonnie's past. We saw that he was friends with Vegapunk. We saw that he was friends with Sentomaru, and he's still ruthlessly trying to kill these people because he's following orders. It's dangerous. It's this idea, God, I really want to talk about the Marines one day. I really will. In my opinion, it's this idea of, you know, I'm not the one killing people and like removing yourself from the situation. And again, that is so dangerous to think there's nothing I can do. I'm just a cog in the machine. I'm just killing. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous to think like that. And we are watching what's happening now with Kizaru. The elders do know that Aokiji let Robin live. They just said it. They said that Aokiji let you get away. They said he's soft. Akainu? What? When did Akainu let him get a what? Hang on a minute. Akainu let slip between his fingers? When did he do that? Did I miss something? Akainu was in Ohara? Oh, so they think Akainu did it. Oh, I see. I don't even remember Akainu being there. That's right, he was on the ship in like a cloak. Right, so they're blaming Akainu and they don't know it's Aokiji. Ah, alright, I see. So they don't know. Alright, okay, I'm caught up. Sorry, they all sound the same. Right. not respecting what Akainu did for the Marines. I don't respect what Akainu did for the Marines. I don't respect Akainu. I think he's an absolute piece of shit. I say this in a good way. I'm glad he's like that. I personally am not Team Marines. You all know this. I think the Marines are a very dangerous bunch. The Marines are like another pirate crew to me, but they're like just huge and under an iron fist like of authority to obey the world government. They are terrifying. Why would the elders appreciate him? Everyone's bugs to them. Anyone who is not a celestial dragon or of their blood are bugs. They don't see people as people. Not even their marine admirals. They don't give a shit. Yeah, meanwhile, Sanji's getting chewed on. Oh, what I was going to say about Sanji and Bonnie that I was thinking about. Sanji's got this thing, very clear thing, where when it comes to, like, daddy issues, when he encounters someone with father problems, Sanji tends to be in the spotlight because, of course, Sanji's got a very personal connection to fathers, especially shit and good fathers, and especially fathers that are not of blood relation. Because remember when he talked to Kinemon, and Kinemon said, "I'm here to save my son," Sanji immediately paused and saved him. And then when it came to Momo, he also had a connection with Momo in terms of Momo trying to live up to his father. And then Sanji, of course, was the one that saved Momo in Onigashima and said, you know, I like the grit. I like your stuff. Bonnie is another example of that. Bonnie is yet again, it made me think, there are quite a few similarities between them. They both have mothers that have succumbed to sickness. They both have tried to be they're both children in an adult world, essentially. Because remember, Sanji was trying to grow up very quickly. He started smoking at like 12 because he wanted to be a man already. He's got like a complex. Scared of bugs as well is another one. And also, you know, found fathers that treat them better than their real ones. They both despise or would despise their blood fathers. They both have no connection to their blood fathers. It feels like Bonnie and Sanji are extremely similar in terms of like family and life. And they were both caged as children, exactly. There are similarities with Robin, but I'd say she's got loads more similarities with Sanji. And also Bonnie is clearly forming a connection with Sanji. Because for some reason, when Bonnie saw Kuma's info bubble, she didn't mention Zoro, but she mentioned Sanji to Luffy, which is interesting. Why, like, yeah, and they're food-centered as well. But it's interesting that she mentioned Sanji, wasn't it? Like, she said that Sanji is like she said to him, wow, he's really reliable, isn't he so cool? And Luffy was like, what are you fucking talking about? Yeah, Sanji has stuck out to Bonnie. And now Sanji is the one who keeps protecting Bonnie as well. He's the one that continuously jumps forward to save and help Bonnie. And Sanji knows that Kuma, you know, I'm pretty sure is Bonnie's dad as well. I think he knows. I got to go back and check. Either way, oh, thank you for the sub. There's a very obvious mirroring going on here with Bonnie and Sanji, in my opinion. Because something that really struck me with Sanji, very much so, about his past with Zeph, is he tried to grow up very quickly. He was so sick of being seen as a child, especially by Zeph and all the other Baratier chefs, that again, he tried to start smoking. He started smoking at 12 to 13. He wore suits when he was like 14 to 15. He spoke like similar to the elders around him, mimicking their speech. He kept calling Zeph an old man, but then when Zeph kept calling him a little brat or a little eggplant, Sanji snapped at him and said, stop calling me a child. Sanji said, stop singing me like a child. It feels the same with Bonnie. Bonnie is meant to be a child in an adult's world, and she's putting on an adult like persona to try and fit in so she can save her dad. Because think about it, the whole point of Kuma and her and Kuma is Kuma said, when you're older, we can go out to sea together. And what's Bonnie doing? She's acting older than she is. She's looking older than she is. She's trying to be an adult, even though she's currently a child, because she wants to hurry up and grow up so she can save her dad and travel the world with her dad and see the world with her dad. But of course, everyone still sees her as a child because she is. That's exactly what happened to Sanji. That's traveling the world part, not as much. But the same thing happened to Sanji. And it's making me go, wait a minute, she's like a female version of Sanji. She's like a little girl version of Sanji. So that's why when Sanji jumped forward and said the only one protecting Bonnie will be me, like, again, that is not weird at all, because he's been saving Bonnie this whole arc, and there's clearly like a connection happening here that I would honestly call a big brother, little sister connection kind of thing. But Sanji's the only name that Bonnie uses. Have we noticed this? I know I'm Sanji biased, but this is something that's happening. Bonnie is obviously somewhat interested in Sanji for some reason. Both Bonnie and Lilith are like Sanji. Lilith, I'm not 100% sure on, but the more I thought about Bonnie, the more I was like, oh my god, she's mirroring Sanji to like a T. They also are both scared of bugs. Like, there's something happening here, right? But Bonnie, you know, was hiding her age on purpose. She didn't want to be seen as a child. And again, that feels... I really like that idea that, like... Because as I always explain it, as I always say, what Oda does is he takes the reality and then he takes the fantasy and then he boosts that fantasy up to an 11. But the reality of the situation is still there, i.e. Whole Cake Island and Sanji's abuse situation. That was meant to mirror the reality of an abusive household. But we don't have to see it like that indefinitely, because we can just see it as, oh, they're emotionless siblings and they're meant to be Power Rangers and it's meant to be a bit silly. But that is obviously Oda bumping that up to a 10, to an 11, right? Are Sanji's siblings emotionless, or would someone in Sanji's situation see his siblings as emotionless? Do you know what I mean? So now we're seeing Bonnie, who is a little girl who wants to be an adult. She wants to hurry up and be an adult. And it's being literal. She's literally turning into an adult with her power. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, we can just see this as a literal thing, or we can see this as, this is very clearly metaphorical, and this is what a lot of children feel like in an adult world, especially little girls. A lot of little girls want to hurry up and grow up. They want to be adults already because they want to be taken seriously, especially in an adult world. So it's like, that's why I really like Bonnie's reveal of actually she was a child, because it feels relatable that she's dressing up like an adult. She's acting like an adult. She's essentially wearing high heels that are too big for her. And, you know, she tricked everyone because she's trying to keep herself safe while wanting to look like an adult, but that's getting her in more trouble because she is a child. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm really, really liking Bonnie's story because it feels real. Like, there's nothing that happened to me per se, and like to that extent. Like, I have a wonderful family, thank God. But in terms of like her father and stuff, that's obviously like, there's no relation for me with that. But in terms of being a little girl who feels more grown up than they are, especially, like I said, there's something about the little, of course, because I'm a girl, right? The connection there, it really is strong for me. So the fact that Oda revealed that actually she's 12 and she's putting on big boy boots, and she's even putting on makeup and saying, this is how adults do their makeup, right? Like, it's reminiscent of a little girl getting into her mum's makeup and putting it on. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I'm really liking Bonnie's story. because it's just really hitting close to home. It's just a really, oh. Yeah, her makeup made sense when we got it revealed. Absolutely. Yeah, she's become one of my favorites because I really like Oda's women and girls. I really, really like them. Nami hits such a chord with me. And now Bonnie is also hitting such a... Oh, Nami, Boa, Bonnie. They are hitting such strong chords with me in like such a tender way that it makes me want to cry, right? Oh, and Pudding, God. Reiju as well, Jesus. Because I'm especially with Nami, I'm especially obsessed with the fact that Nami is a younger sibling. Because I hate this whole thing of the younger siblings, because I'm a younger sibling, right? Younger siblings always spoiled. Younger siblings always the favorite. Younger sibling doesn't have to do anything. And then that creates this complex that we have of we want to help our families, but we're being told we are the ones that need to be protected. And then we become stubborn in the sense of we want to help, so we don't ask for help. That is such... I relate to that so heavily. I relate to being a younger sibling that I feel like I can't ask for help because I've lived a life being told you always get everything anyways because I'm a younger sibling. And it's like, that's what feels like with Nami. She never asks for help because she lived a life where she got punished essentially for asking for help, right? I feel such an attachment to Nami, and I hate when people are like, oh, she's like the older sister, she's got older sister vibes. She's a younger sister. She's a younger sister, and she has young sister vibes. I have such a personal connection with that. But anyways, I'm sorry, I got off track with that. I really, really like Nami. But yeah, this Bonnie story has just been so good so far. And when I was thinking about because I was thinking about why in the world is Bonnie and Sanji having this connection? And it's because they are so similar. They are so similar, and it has to be on purpose. And I really am interested as to why Bonnie took an interest in Sanji specifically. Because like I said, Sanji's the only name she uses. She doesn't use at least not politely, names for every other Straw Hat. So it's like, what did she see? What did she see through Kuma's eyes that made her like Sanji or made her interested in Sanji? Because it's more than just cooking. And again, I know I'm Sanji biased. I'm fully aware I've got Sanji goggles on a lot of the time. But this is something, like, I'm not just seeing this, right? Like, this is something. I feel so passionate about this, can you tell? He had an older sister that saved him, exactly. Yeah, my biggest peeve currently has absolutely been people making it weird with Sanji and Bonnie. Because Sanji's not being weird towards her. The only time he was weird towards her was when he didn't know that she was a kid. The second that he knew she was a kid, he stopped it. It's not strange to want to win, like, the favor, not in a romantic way, of like a kid. It's not strange to be like, you know, I just want that kid to like me. Do you know what I mean? And again, this is not meant to be in a romantic way. He does know, doesn't he? I thought he did know now. Because didn't he see her turn into a kid? I'm pretty sure he knows. Yeah, they know. It's a place where it can turn weird, but I do not think it's going to turn weird because I've said this before. Oda has never been weird with children. I am speaking children. He's never been weird with children, especially little girls. Think of all the little girls we've seen in One Piece. When has he ever been weird with them? He's never been weird with them. I understand not putting all your eggs in one basket, especially for Oda. I'm the same. I don't always trust Oda sometimes. Pudding does not have an official age. I'm so sick of that, guys. Pudding doesn't have an official age. She never has. Oda has never stated her age. For all we know, she's like 19 because Big Mom doesn't birth the same way everyone else does. Ace's mom held him in her belly for like what, 20 months. Big Mom has had like 5 kids in 1 year and they're not twins. We have never had a Pudding's official age. That's a myth. The only time we've had it has been a Vibra card that Oda didn't make. So it's like, that's fine, but that's not an official thing. And it drives me nuts when people say that. Because I remember looking it up, like, when the hell does Oda say her age? And he never did. And I was like, okay, whatever. You know, Toa's weird. Big Mom had 10 kids in one go. Yeah, Momo was a weird kid, but Momo wasn't like the one being, you know, yeah, Momo was a pervy little kid. But when it comes to little girls, little kids in One Piece, and I mean like kids, I mean like 12 and under, nothing weird has ever happened to them. So it's like, like I said, I totally get not trusting Oda. Sometimes I don't either, but I'm happy to put all, like, to trust him with this because he's never been weird with it. And even when he said, God, the thing with S Snake as well. Oh yeah, the Shirahoshi thing was meant to be creepy. That was intentionally creepy. The guy was a villain for a reason. But remember when people asked him about S Snake? And they were like, what? And Oda said, are you guys fucking freaks? What is wrong with you? That's what I mean. Like, there's so little faith. So it's like, anytime I see an interaction between Sanji and Bonnie, I'm like, this is not weird. I'm not sure why people are making it weird. I think it's because they just see Sanji and they think something's going to happen. But it's been frustrating me, of course, because it's like, there's just nothing has happened. Oh, the S Snake thing. It's not chronically online. It's chronically anime. Because it's like, here's the thing as well. I can't blame people because, oh my god, if you watch other anime, especially other shonen, and then you jump into One Piece, it's like, the bar is so low. The bar is so low. It's insanely low that you're expecting the worst, right? It's not even that it's an Oda thing. It's a shonen anime thing, or an anime thing in general. The bar is on the ground. That's why I'm like, I feel like I'm a bit lenient with One Piece because going from other anime to One Piece, I was like, this is nothing. I was like, this is hardly weird. Sanji is barely weird to me because he's, in my opinion, especially in the manga, he is so tame. He is so tame. That I'm like, why is he strange to people? Like, he's weird, but he's not like insanely freaky. But yeah, anyways, sorry, I kind of went off on a rant about that because currently I'm seeing Sanji and Bonnie's relationship, and to me, it's currently quite sweet. So when I see people just making assumptions, I suppose, and Sanji's not being weird and they're saying he is, it frustrates me. Because Bonnie clearly does have a fondness for Sanji in some sense, and Sanji has been protecting her this whole time. Film Z was not made by Oda. That was just, God, that was... Film Z was just such a strange movie. That was the most shonen One Piece movie I've ever seen. Film Z was Oda approved, but at what point? What the fuck hasn't been Oda approved? Everything's been Oda approved. At this point, I'm convinced he's just looking at like a flashcard and going, okay, like he's a very busy man. The books are Oda approved. Every spin-off is Oda approved. All the movies are Oda approved. Oh my god. Let this man rest. Let him rest. God damn. The only time he's really been part of it is when he's been part of the scripts. And I think that only happened twice. And I'm pretty sure that was it Baron Omatsuri? No, that wasn't him. I think Strong World and Red, yeah. He was supervising the live action. Yeah, take that with a grain of salt, guys. I say that seriously because it's one thing to supervise like a movie made in Japan. It's another thing to supervise a Western American made Hollywood adaptation where there are 8 other executive producers. It drives me nuts that people think he had all the say on that. No, he didn't. I just honestly think you'd have to be a bit crazy to think he did. That is not how Netflix works, and it's not how Hollywood works. If he had all the say in it, Garp would not have been there. If he had all the say on it, the town would not have hated Nami. If he had all the say on it, Luffy would not have asked Nami about the past. If he had all the say in it, Sanji wouldn't have told Luffy about his past. Oh my god. If he had all the say in it, Usopp would have actually been a character. I'm sorry, I have so much gripes with that live action. Oh, there were so many things. There were so many things. Nami's was shocking in my opinion. I cannot believe they made the town hate her. Yeah, Usopp was there. If he had the say in it, Sanji would have actually been Sanji. Sanji was not Sanji. He just was not Sanji. This was a totally different character. I've been bottling up my feelings for the live actions for a while now. I don't want to say anything on it yet because I'm waiting for season 2 to come out because so many people are like expecting it's going to fix things. I don't think it will. But we'll see what happens. That's not my Sanji. Hang on, because of the writer's strike, Usopp got cut out. I'm sorry, but that sounds ridiculous. Usopp specifically got cut out because of just one character. That is a bit, I think that's a bit of a, yeah, that's a bit of an excuse that doesn't make sense. That one single character got cut out because of the writer's strike. They killed Usopp because of the strike. That is such a... What? 100,000. Usopp had an army of 100,000 riders. And they all went on strike. Oh my god. Did they also go on strike for Sanji as well? It's better than 90% of the live action from Netflix, but I say this respectfully. You are comparing the bar down here to the bar down here. The bar is meant to be up here. Here's what you're comparing, yes? It's like, yeah, you can give them that, but at the same time, it could be a lot better too. It's interesting. It's interesting. Listen, the reason I don't like talking about it is because a lot of people did enjoy it. It did its job. It 100% did its job. All the way to the moon, it did its job. People did like it, but I didn't. I'm glad you liked it. I just couldn't do it. Look, okay, I can confess this, but when I watched the first episode, right? I can surely confess this without people getting angry at me. When I watched the first episode and Luffy talks to Zoro, I have so many gripes with Luffy meeting Zoro. That was bizarre. But when Luffy talks to Zoro and they're like, Zoro's like telling him to get out of here. And then Zoro looks into the camera, legitimately looks into the camera and says, "Pirates, Hunter." I burst out laughing. I thought for sure that was going to become a joke in the community. That sounds like a gag, right? Does that not sound like a bit? Zoro looking into the camera and calling himself a pirate hunter? I was like, what am I watching? Is this Zoro? He's never called himself a pirate hunter. Even when he was trying to get Luffy out of there, he never called himself a pirate hunter. I've got a lot of bots following me. I'm really scared.
Howdy do, boys.
I don't know what's going on. Twitch, please don't be mad at me. This isn't me. No, I think he's pretty bad. I must agree. Say. Oh my god, there's so many. I'm pretty sure these are bots. I'm really scared. You're not a bot. No, I really... Oh, I didn't like a lot about it. I didn't like Zoro that much because they took all his goofiness away, and I knew they would. 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 They just... He wasn't funny at all. He wasn't goofy. He wasn't stupid.
Do, boys.
He was just an edgelord. Like, why did they introduce him slicing someone in half? Why did they do that? That is not time skip Zoro, guys. Time skip Zoro is stupid. He is goofy. He does smile. He does laugh. He's stupider, in my opinion. Time skip Zoro is still the goofiest guy you could think of. He always has been.
Howdy do, boys.
Anyways, gosh.
Howdy do, boys.
But yeah, I think it's good. I think it's fine entertainment, but it just frustrated me to no end. And again, if you liked it, you liked it. I have no beef with you. I've got zero beef with you.
Howdy do, boys.
I just was not a fan because I was like, what did they do to my boy? I was like, what did they do to Sanji? I can say this. Okay, so look, there's two things that made me laugh.
Howdy do, boys.
And I can say this now. Please don't hate me. I just love One Piece, okay? Zoro looking into the camera and saying Pirate Hunter made me guffaw. I thought that was hilarious. The other thing that made me laugh was when Sanji stopped the fight at the Baratier and said, "We don't fight at the Baratier, sir."
Howdy do, boys.
Sorry? I'm sorry? Sanji? Sanji's not starting fights at the Baratier. It's such a... I'm desperate. I can't do it because I'll get my ass beaten. But I am desperate to side by side Sanji's introduction to the live action introduction and show the difference. Sanji saying we don't start fights at the Baratier to Sanji in the original reaching his hand, I'm going to kill him. That is such a stark contrast, right? That is such a stark contrast. Sanji compared to the live action where he's reaching out to kill full body and he's saying, I'm going to kill him, and he's like covered in blood. I guffawed. I was like, who is this? Sanji not starting fights? Or stopping fights, I should say. Because Sanji doesn't stop fights. He starts them and he gets kicked away from them. Because like the whole point of he got pulled away from full body.
Howdy do, boys.
It was very funny. I was like, this is just strange. Why in the world did they make him such a goody two-shoes? It was really, really bizarre, right?
Howdy do, boys.
I just... Again, I just need to keep clarifying this because some people really liked it. If you liked it, you liked it. But...
Howdy do,
yeah.
boys.
Also, I just have to say to those going, but the main writer was a One Piece fan and the showrunner was a One Piece fan. That's fantastic, but we have to remember these live action shows are a collaborative effort. Also, thanks for the sub. I think I forgot to say that. Netflix series are a collaborative effort. TV shows are a collaborative effort. This is not the manga where Oda has like 3 editors and it's mainly him and 3 other people. The Netflix TV show had hundreds of people working on it, including, how many was it? Like 10 producers. There were so many producers on this bad boy. And Oda was not a main producer. He was an executive producer out of 8. Which is insane, right? Thank you for the sub. But my point is, yeah, pushing Gup was absolutely bizarre. I know the bots are going crazy, I'm sorry. Anyways, this is good because then people won't want to listen to this and then I won't get in trouble. Because I'm scared talking about my opinions of the live action because some people got really angry about it. And again, it's not like I'm saying how dare you like it. I just didn't like it personally. But either way, it's fantastic that the writers and the showrunners are One Piece fans, but that doesn't typically mean much to me because they're not the ones that are fully in charge and they never were. So it's like, it's great that they're fans, but they're not the primary, you know, makers, I suppose. It was just like, I don't know, it was a lot of bells and whistles. Like, we just have to remember the live action is not the manga, where Oda has all the say in the manga nearly. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Optimistic, I'd say, to think Oda approved everything. Because I know people are saying, oh, but he said in his letters and everything and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I have no doubt that he approved a lot of things, but how many reshoots can you possibly do? Do you know what I mean? So imagine, okay, here's what I want everyone to think about. Imagine you are one creator and this is your brainchild, okay? Now imagine you're being approached by a huge American Hollywood studio that wants to make a live action out of your brainchild, but it's not only a live action, it's Western and American and so far removed from your own country and culture. Now imagine millions of dollars are going into it. And now also imagine you have tens to hundreds of people who have to work around you. Yes? And imagine every single reshoot is costing thousands to millions of dollars. If you were in that situation, would you really think you could keep asking for reshoots? Do you know what I mean? Do you really think you could keep asking for it to be better? Because I personally would be backed against a wall if that were me. I'd be a little bit terrified. So it's like, I'm sure he looked over a lot of things, but this is a very big collaboration. That's all I want to say. So it's like, I don't think Oda lied by any means, but it is daunting.
Howdy do, boys.
It is more accessible for an entry point. No, it did its job. It fully did its job. Every time someone says they started watching, because here's the thing about One Piece, it wasn't very big in America, which is funny to me because there were just many reasons it flopped in America. Multiple. I'd love to make a video on it one day, but there are many reasons why One Piece flopped in America. Thank you for the subs, by the way. And some of those reasons had to do with cultural differences, with localization problems, with story problems, with tone problems in terms of what America likes. Because One Piece is quite big in Australia, and that's because it struck a chord with us, because the way Oda writes relationships is very reminiscent of Australia and Australian relationships. Same with Italy. It's huge in Italy. It's huge in France. It's huge in European countries. The way Oda writes relationship and dynamic with that push and pull, it feels very Australian European. It feels very relatable to us, I want to say. So America just didn't get on board because it was a big story culture difference. But now, because they're remaking the One Piece anime, and because One Piece is now in its final hurrah, essentially, they're obviously trying to push it to America one more time. Because they've never really tried to push it to America again, I suppose. Now they're actually trying, right? The live action was just part of that. If you want to view the live action for why it was made, it's an elaborate like 3-step plan to get people into the original so they can have as many eyes on One Piece as they can for this final saga. And it's working. It worked. The amount of new people into One Piece because of the live action, I really appreciate it for that. I do really appreciate it for that. It did its job. But I think it works as a fantastic entry point, but I don't think it works as a continuation. But it did a very good job. It did its job. Naruto's huge in America. The reason Naruto's so much bigger in America is because it's edgier. Point blank. It's just edgier. It's got a darker tone. It's visibly sadder. I say visibly sadder because One Piece still fucks me up, in my opinion. Americans really like grit and dark, edgy tones. One of the biggest animes you guys love over there is Attack on Titan. And that's for a reason. You guys love Attack on Titan because it's dark and it's edgy and it's gory. One Piece is dark under the surface, but you gotta dig. Death Note, exactly. One Piece was just not catered to America. And I'm not saying this is an, oh, you Americans. I'm saying this is just a culture difference. They see Buggy and they drop it, exactly.
Howdy do, boys.
Exactly. So it's like, and if you didn't notice, the One Piece live action was also grittier. It was also more realistic. It was also more harsh, I want to say. Like the whole village hating Nami, that is very American localized. That is very localization. Like, they clearly did this to want Americans to like it, in my opinion. Americans loving Elfin Lied despite it not being well received in Japan, yeah.
Howdy do, boys.
Yeah, the second I heard that the live action was going to be made, oh, sorry, I'll add on. The second I heard the live action was going to be made, I knew it was going to be grittier. I knew they wouldn't be smiling as much. I knew that Zoro wouldn't be silly. I knew that Luffy would be less silly. Nami would be sad girl. All this kind of stuff. Because that's what America likes. I just knew. And it was right. It was correct. That is what happened. And again, it's not a bad thing. It's just what happens. But something I will add that I think is very, 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 very funny. If I ever make a video on the live action, I will definitely be bringing this up. Look at the posters for the animated version of the Straw Hats in the original. Look at the cover arts, right? And look at the anime like promotion images from when the anime first came out for the Straw Hats. Now, look at the live action versions. The biggest difference you will notice is fucking no one is smiling in the live action posters. The only person smiling is Luffy. The rest of them look very serious. And if they're not like big smiles, they're like, you know, smirking. If you look at the anime version or the manga versions, they've all got a big fat cheesy grin on their face. They're all having a good time. But that's just, again, that's an American thing. That's the Kirby is fucking pissed effect. That's the angry Kirby effect. For some reason, you guys hate seeing happiness. Because if you don't know what I'm talking about, Kirby on all the Japanese like box arts is smiling. Kirby's very happy. Kirby on all the American box arts is angry. And he's serious. Like, there's no smiles. Every time something gets localized to America, the first thing they take away is the smile. It is always the first thing that's taken away. Because you want it to be serious. That's probably why Sasuke's so popular in America. All that motherfucker does is scowl. But yeah. Anyways, look, these are good conversations to have. Look, I really appreciate that you guys don't get angry at me for that. I'm a little bit traumatized because I posted on Twitter my thoughts when the first episode came out and it was very light. I cannot like elaborate how light my thoughts were. It was basically just, yeah, some parts were good, but I think it's a little bit lackluster. And I said some of the characterization is a little bit odd. And I didn't appreciate that they spoon-fed everything to you. It was like the most tame review ever. It was just me saying some parts were good, but it wasn't for me, essentially. And then I got beaten the fuck up. I got killed on there, guys. They were like throwing me into a hole and throwing things at me. And I don't tend to like, you know, like complain per se because, okay. Like, it's not like I'm lying awake and crying myself to sleep. I was like, oh, I didn't know that this would be such a harsh reaction, which is why I've been so scared to say my thoughts on it. But I really appreciate that I can say this here and a lot of you don't get angry at me. Because, of course, I'm not saying this from any malicious, like, ill will, right? I do not wish harm on anyone who was part of the live action. I don't. I just don't majorly like it very much. So it's like, it's not that I'm like, how dare you? I just personally didn't quite enjoy it myself, and I just wanted to say why, but people were not having it at the beginning. But either way, I just appreciate that I can have conversations like this here and not get killed. Because of course I love One Piece. At the end of the day, we all love One Piece, right? Why would I ever want to shit on anything that's One Piece related? I love One Piece. I just want to talk about One Piece. I want to talk about how much I like One Piece. Which is majorly just what I want to do, and I'm glad I'm doing it. Anyways. Good talk, everyone. Let's talk about the manga again. Have I ever done an arc tier list? I'd like to one day, but I'm scared because I have controversial opinions. Anyways, I really appreciate everyone coming here as always. The manga was crazy. There was so much to talk about. I obviously had so much bottled up inside. You're like my therapy session. My One Piece therapy session that I speak into the room. This was a very crazy chapter. It was very insane. I have no idea what's going to come next. I really, really don't know. One Piece throws me in for a loop because I just can't guess. When it comes to a lot of things I watch, and I'm not saying this in an obnoxious way, I tend to be able to somewhat have an idea of what's going to happen. When it comes to One Piece, I just have no goddamn idea. And that's why it's frustrating, because Oda plants the seeds very well. And we can see them, but we don't pay attention to them. And then when we get information, major information given to us, you go back in your head and then you go, it was there all along. And it frustrates you because you feel stupid for not seeing it, right? So it's like One Piece is just shockingly good at what it does. Oda's very good at what he does for One Piece. I just don't know what's going to happen. The only thing I'm guessing is that Sanji will mutate. That's the only thing I'm guessing. Sanji just got chomped, right? Something cracked. So I assume he's going to Mecha Man himself back to normal and is going to be fucked up again, right? Like, I don't know why else he would have gotten crunched like that. Something obviously has happened to him. The eyebrows are going to flip 100%. I don't know what's going to happen to Bonnie, Kuma. I just don't know. I don't know.
Howdy do, boys.
He's going to start glowing when you crack a glow stick. Yeah. Either way, my biggest takeaways currently from Egghead is I really love the whole setup. I love the environment for Egghead so much. I'm loving, like, finally seeing the 5 elders doing things. I didn't realize we'd see all of them do something now. And I'm absolutely loving Bonnie. I adore Bonnie. I really, really, really love Bonnie. I love her metaphor, her allegory for being a child in an adult's world, for wanting to grow up as fast as possible. I'm really loving everything I'm seeing. So, this is such a good arc. No idea what's going to happen on Elbaf. My biggest thing with Elbaf is Usopp's probably going to have a center stage. I say probably because we thought the thing for Frankie and Egghead, but that didn't really end up happening. Not that I'm complaining about that. Oda always throws in curveballs, so it's not like I'm going to go, how dare he? It's not like we were promised that. So it's like, okay. Usopp, I'm hoping gets something in Elbaf, but what I'm thinking is going to happen in Elbaf is I think Sanji and Zoro are going to fight. I think something's going to happen with that promise. I mean, I'm only saying that because their rivalry started on Little Garden. That is exactly the point of when they started like bickering in that friendly way, in the same way Dory and Broggy did. So I'm feeling Elbaf may be a big point for Zoro and Sanji, simply because, not because I'm a filthy shipper, but because we had that promise given to us on a silver platter, and I'm waiting for, you know, the lid to be open to see what's under there, to see what's gonna happen. Because why would Oda put that in, like, why would Oda stop a battle? Like, just stop it for that scene to happen, just for it to not mean anything. Of course something's going to come from that. Oda's never not tied up loose ends. Like, he's never just dropped something. And when people think he has dropped something, he comes back around and he does it and he brings it back. So it's like, I'm fully expecting that promise to come back around, and I'm hoping Elbaf is where something happens with it. Yeah, Sanji's been crunched. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see what could possibly happen. You know what the best way to show Sanji's, like, mutations? It's like, I'm not saying this could happen, but if he somehow either didn't prioritize Bonnie or hurt Bonnie in these moments, and he didn't realize it, that would be interesting. Because, again, there's a very obvious thing here where he keeps prioritizing Bonnie's safety. If there's an inch of a moment where that doesn't happen, I'm gonna be looking. Yeah, because he's clearly setting up a bond between Bonnie and Sanji. Maybe it's not going to be a big bond, but there is a bond there. And again, I'm not saying in a weird way. I'm saying in a way where he cares about her and she is fond of him, or she thinks he's cool. There's something, there's a bond happening here. So what the hell's going to that be about? I don't know.
Howdy do, boys.
I am so excited. Anyways, all right, I have to go because all these bots have followed me and you keep getting hit with howdy do, boys. So thank you everyone for joining. I'm sorry that that ending was so... Hang on, let me get in my cage. I have to be contained in here. I'm safe in here. They won't hurt me in here. Thank you for joining me. I love these conversations. I'm sorry if that got a little bit heated at the end there. I promise that when I argue, I just enjoy the banter. I'm not serious. None of this is serious. It's fake. It's not real. Blah, 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 blah. I just enjoy talking about One Piece. So thank you. I really appreciate that. I will be making the Luffy video. I will be back for the next episode next week. There's a chapter break, so I won't be back reading the chapter next week. But I will be back for the episode. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen. Please keep an eye out for Luffy Part 2. I'll be starting it tomorrow, and I'll be working my ass off to get that done in the beginning of May. So thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate it. Oh my god, sorry. Thank you for your support, watching, commenting, blah, 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 blah. I appreciate everything. I really, really, really do. I'm so fortunate that I can do this as full-time stuff. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Okay? Bye-bye. 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 Bye. Bye. But